Today, I want to talk about the 7 steps it takes to go from natural recovery through the Life Process Program. Let me just begin with a little bit of a news item. Uh, Jane Pauley recently interviewed John Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, who's been hospitalized for depression. They talked about the great ways they have for treating depression. But ironically, during the interview, they never say a single thing about what the actual treatment consists of. You would think if there's some great new way of remedying heart disease or cancer, they would tell you. So we're just left to speculate. Probably it's medications. Perhaps it's some futuristic brain stimulation. Is it psychedelic therapy, which has been used more and more with depression, or is it standard cognitive behavior therapy? We just don't know. The main message that they wanted to get across was this. John Fetterman said, I was having great success in my life, but I was more and more depressed. What you need to know is that depression sideswipes, supersedes, goes beyond your normal life involvement. We all love Jane Pauley. We all love John Fetterman. But they're giving out a wrong message. It's a message that their own lives demonstrate as false, and which we can show as false by looking towards the tremendous degree to which people, through their own lives, overcome both mental illness. We're an addiction-oriented program, and addiction. And the question then becomes, if natural recovery occurs, how does the Life Process Program capture that genie in a bottle and translate it into actionable steps and facilitative techniques that the Life Process Program can assist you with as you really rely primarily on your own natural resources? So let me go through a quick list of 7 ways, 7 stages that the Life Process Program does that. The first is to make you aware that addiction is not a disease. Now, how do we do that? We don't have a debate with you. We don't discuss that, although there are readings. We talk about how your addictive response comes to play in the field, they call it a trigger, through your natural response to certain situations. When do you use it? Why do you use it? What is it about eating or gambling, drugs or alcohol, sex or love that you turn to? Why? Under what circumstances? Once you see that they're built into your natural course of life, it's not a disease that is imposed externally on you. It grows from within you. Now, that's a little bit negative, though. We want to show you that you're a rational, responsive human being in the real world, but we're a strengths-based program. So we quickly shift away from having you understand the sources and the causes and the stimuli for your addiction to understanding what it is that you bring to the table in terms of positive assets. The resources you have in your life, the family, the work, the skills, the assets you have, your past successes. We do that in a number of ways. We elicit them. We ask you to talk about your life from a positive standpoint. Then we add on to that the reason that you're there talking to us in the Life Process Program, wanting and trying to change. Your motivation. What is it in your life that makes you want to change your life in a positive direction? Your religion, your family, your self-esteem, your desire to be close to other human beings, to be successful, along with the values that you already have and the assets that you already come to the table with. You probably have some skills that you need to develop, in the sense that you're short-circuiting your ability to deal with certain kinds of problems and you're resorting to an addictive response. What skills can we work with you on to train you in? For example, we have exercises in terms of communication and helping skills so that you can interact with people in a positive direction. We then shift to the larger perspective. People are more likely to change when they're in a supportive, intimate community, when they have close relationships, when they have families, when they have people that they share things with. And we work with you to expand that horizon of human contact that you need. Next to last, we're a purpose program. We're a program that seeks to find meaning in life. We want you to have some overarching goals that cause you to want to get better, because that's the motivating, that's the overarching force that's going to continue beyond the life process program, beyond the addiction. I want to just switch back to John Fetterman. After he's already told us, well, addiction, in his case, depression, has nothing to do with his successes. He then shifts gears near the end. He says, why am I doing this? Because of my family, because I want to help my community, because I want to be a good senator that I was elected to be, my own value of myself, my own self-esteem. Here he's just told us, well, he's developed depression, has nothing to do with his life. And now he's telling you his whole motivation for engaging in improving his life is based on who he is and where he is at. Finally, there's one last thing, a seventh stage, so to speak, a seventh step that allows us to go from natural recovery and use those principles and apply them to the life process program. And this is about you. You are the agent of your own improvement. We're talking to you about it. We're making use of your resources, your efforts, and your skills. This is an empowerment program. People recover from addiction and related issues when they feel as though they've got the capacity, the capability to do that. And ultimately, what John Fetterman was saying is, I believe that I can overcome this. I believe that I have it within me, with my skills and my resources, with my family, with my job, with my values, to improve my life. And that's the fundamental underlying principle that transfers from natural recovery to recovery working through the life process program.